Today on the Daily Scoop podcast from the Scoop News Group, the Trump administration scraps an AI-focused framework under FedRAMP. And after a narrow confirmation to be Trump's defense secretary, Pete Hegseth issues a message to the force touching on emerging tech. It's Monday, January 27th, 2025. Welcome to the Daily Scoop podcast, where you'll hear the latest news and trends facing government leaders. I'm the host of the Daily Scoop podcast, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for joining me. Let's dive into the day's top headlines. The FedRAMP Emerging Technology Prioritization Framework, which was established last year to accelerate the use of systems like AI into the federal cloud, has been eliminated as part of President Donald Trump's rescission of the Biden administration's AI executive order. A person with direct knowledge of the matter confirmed the program no longer existed to FedScoop. The Emerging Technology Prioritization Framework aimed to allow cloud service providers to request prioritization of cloud services associated with emerging technology under the FedRAMP authorization process. The framework's final draft was issued last summer, requiring interested cloud providers to apply for prioritization by the end of August 2024. The General Services Administration, which operates the FedRAMP program, said initial determinations would be announced the following month. A spokesperson for GSA did not respond to a request for comment by the time of publication. In other news, Pete Hegseth, President Donald Trump's nominee to lead the Pentagon, was confirmed as the next Secretary of Defense after Vice President J.D. Vance cast the tie-breaking vote in the Senate Friday night. Senators voted 50-50 before Vance had to be called in to tip the balance. Hegseth will take the helm at the Defense Department as it gears up for potential wars against high-tech adversaries such as China. During his confirmation process, Hegseth pledged that as Defense Secretary, he would prioritize investments in AI, drones, and counter-drone systems, among other technologies that he considers key to military modernization. Soon after his confirmation, Hegseth issued a message to the military on Saturday that expressed his intent to quickly field emerging capabilities to deter China and others. In it, he said, quote, "The president gave us a clear mission: achieve peace through strength. We will do that in three ways: by restoring the warrior ethos, rebuilding our military, and reestablishing deterrence. We will rebuild our military by matching threats to capabilities. This means reviving our defense industrial base, reforming our acquisition process, passing a financial audit, and rapidly fielding emerging technologies." For more news at the intersection of the federal government and technology, make sure to visit fedscoop.com. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Daily Scoop podcast, available on all podcast platforms. If you've already rated the podcast on your platform of choice, thanks so much. High ratings and good reviews of the show help more people to find it. The Daily Scoop podcast is a production of the Scoop News Group in Washington, D.C. Adam Butler and Carlin Fisher help put the show together, and the entire Scoop News Group team contributes. We'll be back tomorrow with more top headlines. Until then, I'm your host, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for listening.